Okay, I'm recording now, girls. What ride are we on, Autumn? Tell everybody.
Kilimanjaro Safari.
We're
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
For the dwarf people.
Alright, thanks, Ward. As we say here in Harambe, it's Monday. Let's go. Alright, travel everyone. My name's Steph. I'm going to be your game driver in our 2-week photo safari out on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, if you look above your heads, you'll see an animal spotting guide. That's going to help you to identify some of the animals you're going to be seeing. And if you plan on taking any pictures or videos, I'd hang onto those cameras pretty tightly because the reserve does not allow us to stop for anything that may fall off the truck.
As you can see,
Also, if you have a sport or an action setting on your camera, go ahead and set that up because we're not going to be able to stop for every single animal that we see out here. And the ones that we can stop for, I'll try and go by as slowly as possible. That way you don't miss out on anything. But also keep in mind that we have been around for quite some time and the animals are pretty used to our trucks by now. You never know when one might be right next to us or might just run by, jump by, or do something really cool. So make sure you have those cameras out ready at all times.
excited about the animals and stuff like that. They just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Go, bro.
Using
I
it.
do have just one very important request. That throughout our entire journey, you all must remain 100% completely, absolutely, positively seated at all times, even when we're stopped. We're going to be hitting rough roads out here. Little ones are more than welcome to sit on your lap, but that'll help them see better. Just make sure that they stay seated and facing forward the entire time. That means absolutely no standing them up or lifting them into the air like they're Simba. So is everyone having a good morning? Yanni, first timers on safari? Welcome. Alright, we gotta hang out here for a minute so we get clearance from the warden. Now we're gonna start out in the Little Missouri Forest, and in here you gotta keep a close eye out because a lot of the animals in the area all have a very natural color, so they tend to blend in with their surroundings pretty easily.
Look over there, guys.
On the right, that's an okapi. They're very shy and reclusive. They weren't even discovered to the Western world until 1901. And their stripes may make them look like zebras, but they're actually the only known relatives of giraffes.
Just like cut them in half and like sew them back together, you know? Wow. He almost got scooped big time.
Now this watering hole acts as a natural gathering place to animals in the area, including some of the more rarer species like black rhinos. And hopefully we'll get to see one today because unfortunately there are less than 5,000 wild. Yeah, if you look way back to the left, far left side, there's one laying down right where the rock wall ends. Oh, there's one. Never mind.
Wow.
Better. Now they can weigh up to 3,000 pounds and they can charge up to 35 miles per hour. They're pretty much indestructible except to humans. They're only known predator.
Look at his feet. Look at his feet.
We've got so many pictures.
He's like posing. He was posing.
You're on the right.
And here on the right are greater kudus. They're the second
Oh, yeah,
tallest
right here.
antelopes in Africa.
They taste
Did you say they taste lovely?
Yeah, and he's a vet, which makes it even worse.
And up to the left are bongos. They're considered the ghosts of the forest as they are rarely seen.
And I don't. Oh, they're up there, up there, up there. Up on the hillside. See him, Autumn?
Oh, come on, Mom. I got a very nice picture of your head.
south
on
of
a
river
high
and try to find
ISO?
some Nile hippos.
For faster pictures here, to get clear pictures.
ISO 1600.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Dad, I'm at like 400. Sure speed 400.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a couple of them down there. They're going to be really tough for some of me to see, though, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll go ahead to see if we can find some more.
Down in the water underneath them.
A hippopotamus means river horse. They can stay submerged underneath water for up to 8 minutes without taking a single breath. And while they are excellent swimmers, they're usually found walking on the bottom of the riverbed.
At least the soap one.
It's pretty cool.
Some here to the left.
There's some right there, guys, all lined up.
Just above the line.
And those big gray birds are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink color that appears on their backs during mating season.
There's another one, big one over there. That's his back.
Yep, that's his back sticking out. He's just chilling underwater.
Oh,
This
yeah.
bridge we're going to be heading over looks a little old. There's Nile crocodiles down there. They're very large predators that are capable of overtaking animals larger than themselves, like zebras and wildebeests. They can grow to be 18 to 20 feet long, and their jaws pack a punch of over 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. They literally crush the bones of their prey.
Now, those are not gators, those are frogs. Walking trails.
Weaving through the forest and through the river, Senex is head on out to a completely different ecosystem, the savanna. Speaking of different, this large tree here on the right is called a baobab tree. They can store water in their trunks and go leafless up to 9 months out of the year, and they can live to be thousands of years old. This is one of the best views on the entire reserve. These are the Serengeti grasslands. They stretch for hundreds of miles and are home to migrations and animals like giraffes, lions, and elephants. This is the wild Africa we're all working so hard to conserve.
Usually there's giraffes out here.
They'll probably be farther in.
Look at the log.
It's a wild log.
Oh, look, there's a bighorn. I can't remember what it's called. We'll get there.
Some of my hills up here. Is that still on?
Yeah.
It's a Texas Longhorn, guys. I mean, it's a relative of it right here. It's just cattle.
These cones that we're passing are called termite mounds. Elephants use them as scratching posts, and when they're worn down, smaller animals like antelopes will stand on them to look out for predators who might be lurking nearby. Up ahead here on the left are Ankoli cattle, also known as Watusi cattle, for the tribe that originally domesticated them. Their horns are 20 inches around at the base, and while they do look really heavy, they're actually really light because they're filled with this honeycomb structure that's made out of blood vessels. They use them as a cooling system.
I bet you anything they taste good.
Daddy, be quiet.
You are terrible.
You're awful.
Let's see it. T-bone steak on
Oh, here's one laying down up here by the road. You ready, Bracken?
Yeah. It's kind of what it looks like. Pretty much.
I don't know how good this picture's where I was kind of looking at
So
it.
here to the left
Oh.
are white-bearded wildebeests, also known as a new GNU for the low grunting sound that they make. Their yearly migration is one of the largest left in the world.
I'm so hungry. I can eat a wildebeest.
And there's a whole tower of giraffes up ahead.
Yay! There they are.
No, wait.
I gotta give you this one.
Most of them are Maasai giraffes. They're recognized by their irregular pattern. Their spots are small, dark, and splotchy around
Right
the
there.
edges, with the exception of the one that's here on the left. She's a reticulated giraffe. They get their name from the Latin word reticulata, meaning net, for their net-like pattern. They're also one of the taller giraffes of the species. They can grow to be 20 feet tall. Their spots are a larger reddish brown.
It's cool, huh?
Thank you.
We appreciate it, thanks.
There they are.
We finally reached elephant country.
There, over there, guys.
Make sure you stay seated for me. Both male and female African elephants have ivory tusks, and they're very social creatures, but females spend most of their time with their babies, whereas males tend to be loners, like this guy, or they live in loose all-male groups. Great, the road's closed. We're gonna have to take a detour. So I got a great view of them though.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. He's like feeding himself with the hand. Oh yeah.
Look, it's an African squirrel.
Yeah, I did.
An African squirrel.
I've been down here before. That looks sketchy. Let's cross it.
Is this the one?
Oh, it's all broken up down there.
Doesn't sound good. Wait, everything to your right, lean to your right. No, to the right. Okay, let's go off this thing.
Yay!
Looks like we're passing through some red clay pits. Hey, we're back on track. There are test marks on the sides. Elephants like to eat the clay because it contains a lot of minerals that they don't find in a regular diet. They are still left.
There's some more. He's a baby.
Not a baby. More like a teenager.
He's a teenager.
But this might be a herd of females, they're babies. There's a baby up ahead. You can usually pick up a station around here, so I'm going to try to get some music going. Mom, so you thought 9 months is a long time? Elephants are pregnant for
It's
22
working,
months,
thanks.
and babies weighing around 300 pounds.
Thank
They'll
you.
stay with mom anywhere from 13 to 15 years while mom teaches them how to find food and water and how to be social with the herd.
Thank you.
There's greater flamingos on the island. They're the lightest pink of the flamingo species. They get their color from their diet of brine shrimp. In fact, they're actually born gray, and it takes around a year to a year and a half for them to get their color.
Yeah.
There's white rhinos up here. They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds, and they were named for the African
White
word
rhinos.
bite, meaning wide, for their wide-set jaws. We're lucky that we get to see them because despite hard effort put toward protecting them, they're still being hunted to this day, even on Africa's larger and more well-known reserves. Poachers target them for their horns, which are highly valued on the black market, and sadly it's an ongoing battle with them because they're well-financed and continue to find ever more sophisticated means of hunting them. There's more here to the right, and the zebras are back here.
Yeah, look at those guys.
See if we come around and see them a little bit better now.
They're coming straight towards us.
Try not to get your arm. That's all right.
There's a cheetah running around up on the hill to the left.
Oh, there he goes.
Two of them up there. Now they can run up to 60 miles per hour, which makes them the fastest land mammals, but they're only sprinters, so they can only hold their speed for several hundred yards. They do all their hunting during the day, relying on their sight.